A new year has dawned, and with it, a political reality in Zimbabwe can no longer postpone. The year 2026 is not just another calendar turn. It is the year when the question of succession to Emmerson Mnangagwa ceases to be theoretical and it becomes operational. Zimbabwe succession questions have entered its most dangerous year. Subscribe or like out on the bell icon. Power in Zimbabwe never moves quietly, never moves without anxiety, and never moves without the involvement of forces that sit both inside and outside constitutional form. The contest over who succeeds Mnangagwa is now central, organizing principle of elite politics, and 2026 will expose its fault lines more clearly than any year since November 2017. Mnangagwa is constitutionally barred from contesting another term, yet Zimbabwean politics has never been governed by constitutional text alone. It is governed by party control, security alignment, patronage distribution, and narrative management. Succession, therefore, is not a question of who is popular, nor even who is competent, but who can assemble a coalition of power strong enough to survive both the party and the state. In that context, Vice President Chiwenga remains the most structurally advantaged contender. His strength does not lie in rhetoric or public charm, but in institutional memory and military credibility. Chiwenga represents continuity of the liberation security ethos that has underpinned the ZANU-PF rule since independence. He is understood within the party not as an ideologue, but as a guarantor of order. That matters deeply in a system that fears rupture more than stagnation. However, 2026 will not be kind of simplistic assumptions about General Chiwenga's inevitability. His problem is not that he lacks power, it is that his power is too visible, too legible, and therefore too easily mobilized against. Mnangagwa's long project has been to prevent the vice presidency from becoming a coronation office. The year will likely see an intensification of that effort through strategic appointments, party disciplinary maneuvers, and quite economic signaling to business elites that stability need not mean military succession. This is where KUTYA enters the frame, not as a conventional candidate, but as a political concept. Tagore symbolizes a possible post-liberation transition within ZANU-PF, one anchored less in barracks legitimacy and more in financial patronage and state capitalism. His rise is not accidental. It reflects Mnangagwa's preference for a successor who owes his elevation to civilian networks rather than the cohesive ones. In 2026, expect this dynamic to sharpen. The news of Spamsoro this year 2026. But it is not just another year at KUPINDA, but Igore Richasangana na room Nezwakawanda is Uganda are paving their way for 2030. Pinako section of more emo to the page. So subscribe or like, catch it on the bell icon.